You know the feeling? Right. You're in a dead quiet meeting and suddenly a hiccup. Or a giant yawn you just can't fight back. Or a sneeze that sounds like a small explosion. We've all been there. They feel so random. But are they? Let's get into it.
So, what's the deal with these things? Are they just little involuntary glitches in our system? Or is there some pretty amazing science going on behind the scenes? Well, you're about to find out. First up, let's tackle the mighty yawn. Now, we always think of it as a sign that we're tired or bored, right? But it turns out its main job is actually way, way cooler than that. And I mean that literally. That's right. The #1 theory is that a yawn is your body's personal, built-in air conditioner for your brain. So think of it less like, I'm so bored, and more like your brain is saying, hey, it's getting a little toasty in here.
Okay, so how on earth does that work? Well, when you're tired or your brain is working hard, it actually heats up. So that giant deep breath you take when you yawn, you're gulping in a huge rush of cool air. That air chills the blood vessels in your sinuses and around your jaw, sending that nice, cool down blood straight up to your brain. It's an incredibly clever trick to keep your most important organ from overheating. Now, brain cooling is the front runner, but it's not the only idea out there. For a while, scientists thought maybe it was about getting more oxygen into your blood or getting rid of extra carbon dioxide. And then there's the one we've all experienced. It's contagious. Just seeing or hearing someone else yawn, heck, even just thinking about it, can set you off. It's thought to be a sign of empathy, hardwired right into our social brains.
All right, so if a yawn is this brilliant little cooling system, our next reflex is kind of the opposite. It's more of a simple mechanical glitch. It is time to unpack the mystery of the hiccup. The main culprit for every single hiccup you've ever had is this big dome-shaped muscle right here, just below your lungs. It's your diaphragm. Its day job is to pull down and push up nice and smoothly to help you breathe. But sometimes, it just glitches out.
And when it glitches, this is exactly what happens. First, the diaphragm spasms. It contracts when it's not supposed to. This makes you suck in a sharp breath of air super fast. And then, almost instantly, your voice box slams shut to stop that air. And that sudden stop, well, that's what creates the classic hic sound. It's a perfect little, and yes, slightly annoying chain reaction.
So what kicks off this whole drama with the diaphragm? Well, it's usually the simple things. Anything that irritates the nerves that control it. You know, stuff like eating way too fast, swallowing air when you chug a fizzy drink, or even just a sudden wave of excitement or stress. Any of that can be enough to trigger the spasm and get you hiccuping.
Okay, so we've had a cooler and a glitch. Now let's talk about some serious power. Our final reflex is the sneeze, and you are probably not prepared for just how forceful this thing really is.
At its heart, a sneeze is all about one thing: protection. It is your body's incredibly effective high-speed cleaning service for ejecting anything that doesn't belong. We're talking dust, pollen, germs, out of your nose before it can get any further.
And when I say high speed, I am not kidding around. The air blasting out of your nose and mouth during a sneeze can reach speeds of up to 160 kilometers per hour. Just let that number sink in for a second.
Yep, you heard that right. Your sneeze is literally faster than a car driving on the highway. It's this explosive force that can launch something like 100,000 tiny droplets out of your body in a split second. It has one job and one job only: clear everything out right now.
Here's a great way to think about it. Your nose is basically a security guard. When the little hairs inside detect an intruder, say a piece of dust or some pollen, they send an alarm signal to the brain. And the brain's response? It activates the security system to forcefully throw that unwanted guest right out the front door.
So let's just quickly put it all together. The yawn, it's a cooling system for your brain. The hiccup, that's a muscular glitch in your diaphragm. And the sneeze, a super powerful cleaning system for your nose. 3 totally different reflexes, each with a very clear, very specific purpose.
So the next time you feel a big yawn coming on, or a sudden case of the hiccups, or that little tickle that tells you a sneeze is on its way, remember this: it's not random at all. It's your body's incredible built-in programming, working hard to keep you cool, clear, and safe.
So I gotta ask, what's your body's go-to reflex? Are you the person who's always yawning, the one who gets hiccups all the time, or are you a super sneezer? Thanks for tuning in.